Guys, I'm actually at a Starbucks and they're playing some music. And the funny thing about Starbucks is if it catches the background music and you put in a YouTube video, it demonetizes it. So hopefully it doesn't catch this music, but it probably will. But, you know, I'm just kind of outside enjoying the weather. And luckily at Starbucks, if they have a patio, they let you sit in it. So it's super cool. And I'm in the process of getting an oil change. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get to the meat of the matter, which is baseball. I'm not going to be really flipping through this too much because I tend to focus more on talking. And these are actually the live scores, so you can see the Braves are up 1-0 on the Rays. And then, the G-Man Choi opposite switch batting home run was super cool. So I was very happy to see him because he's one of my favorite players. In fact, he's my mom's favorite player on the Tampa Bay Rays. So it's kind of cool that he hit that righty home run yesterday. And good luck to him turning into a switch hitter, which is super cool. But he performs well for me in the game, which is neither here nor there. Another game fact before I go into the Astros and some other teams like the Mariners is that last night I thought Colin Moran hit one home run at PNC Park, the third baseman for the Pirates, and who was on the Astros for a while and did very good. He was just part of the Garrett Cole trade. But anyway, he hit one over the right field bleachers into the Allegheny with one bounce. Almost reached there, but he needed that one bounce about 10 or 12 feet early. And also, he ended up with two home runs, which I didn't know. Oddly enough, in the video game, which is neither here nor there, I hit two home runs, coincidentally with Colin Moran, against a buddy of mine last night. So shout out to Tristino for that. He knows about that. Two home runs with Colin Moran. Anyway, they were up 4-1 last night with a double, I believe, a two-run single or two-run double by Gerard Dyson, which I believe was his first hit as a Buck. And Colin Moran had two home runs, and they were up 4-1, and they ended up choking and losing that game, I think, in 11, 6-5. So it was pretty sad. I actually turned off the game because I thought it was over, because I think I watched it to the bottom of the eighth. Anyway, additionally, hats off to the Mariners. The Mariners look super good. I'm not saying that just because I have a friend that's a Mariners fan, but I'm saying that because J.P. Crawford, Kyle Lewis, Shed Long, and is it Evan White, the new guy? Evan White? Anyway, they look really good, so they've got some bats. Unfortunately, their problem, I thought, was on both sides. But their problem's actually just the pitching now. So hats off to the Mariners for performing very well. A team of that caliber could have easily been swept, but they actually gave us a run for our money in 3 out of the 4 games. So it was super cool. And I think they even had a lead in 3 out of the 4 games, if not 4 out of the 4 games. So hats off to the Mariners for putting a nice little club together, even though they're in complete rebuild mode right now. I really liked watching, out of all of them, Kyle Lewis. Kyle Lewis, to me, is the best hitter on the team right now. The other Kyle Seager, looked really good too. So when you put together Kyle Lewis, Kyle Seager, J.P. Crawford, Shed Long, and the other guy, Evan White, they got a lot of bats there. And so even Austin Nola looks feisty. He looks really good. Now, as far as the Astros, Altuve got his stuff together. He took a few bad swings, took a few bad looks, struck out at looking at a couple balls over the last few days. But then yesterday he ended up having a double and a home run and went off. And believe me, I was there live on TV watching it. So not there, but live TV. And I watched him hit his home run, first of the year, which made me super happy. If you're new to my channel, Jose Altuve is my favorite player in the league. And additionally, Alex Bregman got his 100th home run. Once again, the 19 banner is up. They've made it clear. I didn't see it raised. I didn't see anything. I missed that part of the game a few games ago, so I don't know if there was a banner raising. I couldn't find a clip on it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That banner is up, and that's all that matters. I don't need a banner raising. I just need it there. So I am more than happy, and I'm not just saying that to be right. I personally don't need a banner raising. It's up. So I'm pretty cool with that. As far as our pitching goes, a couple good notes. Cy Snead looks really good. He might even turn into a starter, I heard. And also, is it Brandon Belak? Looks really good too. He's a strike thrower. I get a little tired of, the finessers that can't hit their spots, because the whole point of being a finesser is to be able to hit your spots. And as I told a buddy of mine, Josh James seems to really only have 2 pitches, which is a fastball and a slider. And so he seems to be struggling with the curveballs, almost non-existent. And he has a changeup that's relatively existent but low use. So he's really a 2-pitch pitcher, and he's a starter. So to be a starter, you have to have endurance and you have to have a pitch repertoire, which he doesn't really have those things. So I'm a little disappointed in Josh James at this point. Just a moment. Anyway, on another note, we all know about Giancarlo Stanton. Was it a 486-foot home run, massive power? He seems to be getting his stuff together, so that might be the guy to watch out for on the Yankees. Right now, I think the Yankees are going to be struggling at the pitching, and I also think that the Astros are going to be struggling at pitching. Greinke's hot and cold. I still believe in Greinke. He's one of my favorite Astros on the team, so I'm not too worried about Greinke. Hopefully Verlander comes back. Hopefully Urquidy gets brought up from the Corpus Christi Hooks. And, like I said, with Cy Snead and Brandon Belak around, I think things are looking good for us. I tend to be more on the positive side, but let's get realistic. Only 4 games in, I do really feel like we need to... I really feel like that we need to have a little bit more of a track record or a sample size to say anything right now. It's super early. And, we had just played the Mariners, so that's only one team, so there's no sample size right now. Anyway, it's off to the Dodgers. I think tonight's matchup, if you want my estimation, it's Framber Valdez versus Walker Buehler. So I really think this is going to be a tough game. My prediction, unfortunately, with that matchup is that we lose unless our offense goes on fire. So hopefully it'll become a bullpen game, and then we can bring in Belak, Cy Snead, stuff like that. Osuna looked a little bit better than normal too. Osuna does have lightning stuff. He's just not a very clutch person, but this is regular season. So hopefully we can put some pieces together with our offense and defense and get a win out of it. But if you just want to look at the pitching matchup alone with the starters, my prediction, unfortunately, is that we lose tonight. Anyway, that's my video, and please push the like button and take care.